You are holding a scroll that took a lifetime to preserve. Outside, Alexandria is burning. The flames are moving toward the greatest collection of knowledge the ancient world has ever built. And you have less than 1 hour to decide what survives. You can run, or you can stay and try to save humanity's memory. This is Alexandria, 48 BC. And this is your final hour.
The first thing you feel isn't the fire. It's the burning resin of ancient cedar. The heavy cabinets, the armaria, that kept the peace of human knowledge for centuries are now sweating in the encroaching heat. This hall of the Mausian was never meant to touch the flame of a single oil lamp. It was designed by Ptolemaic architects to be lit only by the golden sun of Egypt, protecting delicate Nile papyrus from accidental embers. But tonight, a sinister, flickering red glow casts monstrous shadows across the towering Parian marble walls. Outside, in the great harbor of Portus Magnus, Julius Caesar's war triremes are burning. The relentless Mediterranean winds are whipping the flames directly into the royal quarter of Bruchion. From the docks, frantic shouts echo in Latin and Demotic Greek. You hear the footfalls of history burning, and you only have 2 hands. 400,000 scrolls, the collective memory of humanity, philosophy, mathematics, medicine, and ancient grief, all stacked in thousands of wooden niches along these halls. And all you hold is a single linen sack that can barely carry 20 volumes. Where do you even begin? Your hands tremble as you look down the endless colonnades. To your right lies the vault of classical drama. 120 masterworks written by Sophocles that once shook the Hellenistic world. You know with terrifying certainty that if these burn tonight, future generations will never even know their names. To your left, the revolutionary anatomical treatises of Herophilus, the first physician who dared to dissect the human body, mapping the central nervous system, optic nerves, and the pulsing of veins. Save the poetry, and art survives, while medicine dies in the dark. Take the medical texts, and humanity heals its wounds, but its soul is left forever hollow. The heat builds to an agonizing crescendo. The dry cedar cabinets begin to bleed black sap that ignites on contact with the superheated air. The marble floor beneath your bare feet grows so hot it blisters the skin of your soles. You stumble toward the sciences. Your eyes catch the writings of Eratosthenes, the brilliant librarian who placed a simple stick in the sand at Syene and calculated the exact circumference of the Earth with mind-boggling precision. His original geometric proofs are smoking inside their leather cases. Next to him lie the lost journals of Pytheas, the navigator who sailed past the Pillars of Hercules into the mist, recording the frozen ocean at the edge of the world. Time is running out. The air is thinning. You are forced to make impossible choices, and every scroll you leave behind sentences an entire branch of human genius to eternal oblivion. Smoke fills your lungs, making every breath feel like inhaling broken glass. You push deeper into the grand hall of astronomy, your blistering palms clutching a dust-covered scroll marked with delicate geometric diagrams. It is the original treatise of Aristarchus of Samos, mathematics that prove the Earth is not the static center of creation, but a small blue sphere orbiting a massive sun. This single papyrus is 1,700 years ahead of its time. If it burns tonight, humanity will spend 17 centuries trapped in intellectual darkness, burning heretics and believing the entire cosmos revolves around human pride. You press it tightly to your chest. Then, your eyes fall upon another shelf, the Pinakes, Callimachus's monumental masterwork. 120 volumes detailing the index of every book, tablet, and scroll ever written across Greece, Egypt, Babylon, and Persia. It is not a book of science. It is the master map of human knowledge. Here lies the most heart-wrenching paradox of the night. Do you save the knowledge itself, or do you save the map that tells future generations what they lost? The thick, zesty smoke of papyrus and pitch blinds your eyes. Blood-red tears stream down your soot-stained face. You can no longer read the Greek lettering on the scrolls. You begin blindly stuffing history into your sack as the massive timber beams of the rotunda crack ominously overhead. The roof gives way. A roaring avalanche of burning cedar, shattered tiles, and hot ash rains down into the central nave. The fire is no longer at the gates. It has breached the sanctuary. The heat is so intense that the marble columns suffer thermal shock, cracking with sounds like thunder. You clutch your linen sack to your chest like an infant rescued from a battlefield. Move! The main arched exit is blocked by a wall of fire. You sprint through the side colonnade, stepping directly over unrolled, brittle papyri that crunch like dry autumn leaves beneath your burning feet. You are stepping on the uncopied thoughts of Aristotle, Epicurus, and Sappho just to reach the doorway. There is no oxygen left. The roaring firestorm is consuming every breath of air in the hall. Your vision narrows. Your knees buckle under the weight of exhaustion and smoke inhalation. But the cool sea night air is just steps away. With one final leap of desperate instinct, you throw yourself out into the darkness. You collapse onto the wet, salty sand of the Alexandrian shore. Behind you, the greatest treasury of human thought ever assembled has transformed into a colossal furnace of black smoke and towering flames. The smoke billows into the night sky, carrying away the coordinates of distant stars, lost medical cures, unread tragedies, and the forgotten origins of civilization. You stare at your charred, blistered hands and the small, heavy sack resting in the sand beside you. You fought no battles with a sword, yet you carried the heaviest burden in human history on your shoulders tonight. You could not stop the catastrophe, but you preserved the fragile embers of human truth. Tonight, 1,000 years of humanity's future burned to ash in Alexandria. Empires will fall, centuries will pass in dark ignorance, and scholars will spend generations mourning what was lost on this shore. But you kept a few sparks alive in your arms. Do you want to know what was written on one of those saved scrolls resting in your sack? The exact calculations of Aristarchus, which survived through dark ages until they reached the hands of Copernicus 1,700 years later, reminding mankind that we are not the center of the universe. The case of Alexandria is closed, but one question echoes through history. If all our modern knowledge were to burn tonight, which piece of truth would you bleed to save tomorrow?